teams that maybe you've taught or worked with in the past, how are those have to change now?
It changes your kickoff return scheme for sure. You can't come shoulder to shoulder in the back end, which as long as I've been coaching, we've had some type of double team back there. So we just had to change our technique, and you just can't do it. So you got to come up with new schemes and find ways to get guys singled up one-on-one.
Pretty much everything that you've done in the past had at least one or two of those wedge formations in them?
For the most part, I would say 80% of our return schemes always had one.
Does that make the skill set that you're looking for guys different, guys that can fit up, block one-on-one better, returners in the open field? What are the effects it has on your players?
Definitely. When you have a double team, there's a little bit more security. You're looking for guys that have a little bit more girth to them, probably. But when they're now one-on-one, they have to be more athletic. Guys that maybe can pick up those blocks in space better, but maybe they don't have as much girth to stop the bull rush charge downfield. So it kind of compresses your return scheme. So it's been challenging, but we've been looking at a lot of different things this camp.
That the change will be noticeable? Do you anticipate early on in the season you see a lot of flags, or do you think something that's going to be coached well in preseason, people kind of won't even realize it?
I really don't know. I mean, I assume if you're a smart coach, you're going to coach within the rules. Otherwise, you're going to get penalized. So that's kind of what I assume. But I guess yet to be determined.
Where does the playbook go for this? Because, like you said, 80% of what you do is not legal now. So where are you guys even figuring out how to scheme things up?
It's pretty simple. I mean, you don't have to change the whole scheme. You're just changing that block in the back end for the most part. So instead of being a double team, it's more of a singled up block. So it's not a wholesale change, I guess, is the way I'm trying to say that.
Is everybody changing it? Have you talked to other coaches, other people, y'all kind of swapping ideas?
Been forced to. Had a lot of guys that traded ideas and whatnot. Now you can still have a 2-on-1 block, but you can't just come together shoulder to shoulder, before you contact guys. So it's a timing issue, I would say.
Do you think it's going to open up the return game more, or have the opposite effect and make it harder to break?
I don't know. It's a lot to be determined yet. I think it's going to create some new schemes in the return game. It's going to create some issues for the kickoff cover coach as well. So it'll be interesting.
Do you think it makes it safer? I mean, that was the reason I guess that it was put in, because last year they cut out the 3-man wedges, went down to 2.
Yes.
And I guess at Big 12 Media Days, the supervisor official said, hey, it did cut down on some injuries, so now we're going to take the next step. I mean, you think that's really the biggest motivation for it?
I think so. I mean, you're always trying to make the game safer and take the concussions out of the game, because it's been proven. So if you're singling guys up and it's more position blocking rather than a battering ram, that's the thought process behind it basically.
How do you feel about punting?
Punting is a work in progress right now. Colton's just a true freshman and had a lot of good work through 7 days of fall camp here, and it's really been impressive. He's got a strong leg to him. We got another guy, Leighton Bechtel, that's done a nice job. Athletic, young, promising young punter, and we're just really in the works of solidifying that position for the rest of fall camp. That's a big deal.
I guess the first thing is kick it in the right direction,
Yes.
and worry about distance. If you kick it in the wrong direction, that's not good.
Yeah. Punting. You want to be in the general vicinity,
Right.
but we need hang time.
Yeah.
Hang time.
Are you getting that?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We are. It's been better in fall camp than it has been in spring, so it's been encouraging.